sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Not 180. Two.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Smith.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal.
Let's see what you got.
Just beating the play clock is gone. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. From 8 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20. As his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Check
Brown 80.
Push him back. Push him back.
This is the Oklahoma State alone, Chris Carson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
It's second and 8. 56.
He's coming, double up.
From the 24, Allen. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it second and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, second and 8. From just shy of midfield, Allen buying time to his left. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. They run it with Carson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And now they'll throw without it. Got him in. It's Brown. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play? You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well. But they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run.
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59.
On first down, it's gone. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective. Able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 42.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Goff on third down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this.
Here we go.
Five.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin him back at their 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Kill.
Now it's Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Regular.
From the 29, Allen. This will be caught by Brown. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first down, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here's Carson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Carson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it... Second and 4. 7-7, our score after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Check Mike 99, Mike 99. I got one, I got one, I got one.
On first down, Allen. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Antonio Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
At the 33-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Shell. Hey, orbit. right. Check. 59. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Out of the gun. Gone. Looking deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
All day.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
I'm coming for you, Mom. Hey, watch it. 36.
On second down, it's Carson. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
You got it.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Bravo. Tighten up.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This is taken at the 15. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Colts take over.
Let's go,
1st
baby.
and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked for someone else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
56.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. James has it. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
On first down, Carson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down now, it's Carson, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Check 24, check 24.
Allen now looks to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On second and a yard. Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Hold on.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. Chris Harris on the coverage.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
I know he ain't got it. Go, 12, go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 15-yard touchdown grab. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Let's get this all day.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Strong left, strong left. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. 41's the move.
The final shot before break here. Gone. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there for Indy. 57 yards on the ground.
First down, Indianapolis.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10. Wilson with a first down carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Pass 85, pass 85. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still...
On second and 9, Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9.
Under crunch. Alert. Hey, Alpha. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year, as they have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Cut. 180. 59. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now a first down throw. Gone. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Second and 9 now from the 21. They run again with Carson. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop it.
Go. Check 9 out. 61, matchbox lights.
To throw on third down. Allen. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
And the Colts.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Second and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Alert! Alert! I got you. Middle. Rush in. Look out. Go. Go.
Throwing on second down. Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Ryan Quigley now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. On 1st and 10, gone. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. 48 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The extra point now coming from Myers. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a 1st down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work in the office, doesn't it?
Right back to him on 1st down. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. Bowls him over. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As his guys have now moved out in front. He's given them a little jolt, just gave them the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big play there for KC. 63 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
A shotgun snap for goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're back now in KC. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Carson, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Hey, Will!
On 3rd down, Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Mike. Black 20.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
12. Mike 59. Hey, watch.
After the interception, here's Goff. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. An 11-yard touchdown. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Round 80! Alert!
On 2nd and 9. Allen, and he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
56.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Check, Check 13. Go.
To the air. Allen. And Blake, the tight end's got it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Switch. Tight. 5 wide.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had 1 a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They go play action here on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Looking for Woods that time. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. There's Goff. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people
Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. This is Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, staying back.
in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Check. DC. Check. Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
General West.
Hey. Switch.
Again, it's Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And they will only muster a yard here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Now Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back.
Here we go.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is gone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4. Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
I can't believe they...
Regular.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They got his man complete. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC-10. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 80 yards. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. you're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 2nd down and goal. Allen. He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Traquan Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
Ready? Check 37. Check 37. Watch that.
Kill.
Alert.
Kill. Turn up.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here.
Here goes tonight. 120.
Tackles.
On 2nd down, it's Jones.
It's run.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves. Moving the ball and things are working and clicking, they think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.